We're live.
Hey, we're back. I always wanted to say that. So, last time, you saw what I did when I woke up. Took my resting heart rate, did some breathing exercises, did some energy exercises, so I'm just kind of continuing on with all that. Waking up, getting my day started. And now, when I'm done here, I'm going to go to the kitchen and show you how I often start my day with some breakfast, getting started, getting some vitamins, minerals, water, all that stuff in my body. So let's go to the kitchen. It's not far. Come on in here. I already put some stuff out to get started. But if you remember last time, I took my pH with the pH paper by peeing on the pH paper, seeing where my body was between acid and alkaline. If you do have a body that's a little too acid, to get it back to normal, and in the morning it's going to be a little acid naturally, you can do things like use lemons. Yes, believe it or not, lemons, even though they are acidic, once they go in the body, they convert and they help reduce the inflammation, I shouldn't say inflammation, the acidity. Greens are also very good for that. Sometimes I even use some green powder, chlorophyll and stuff just to help with that, which you'll see me do. And big key, every morning I've done my warm-up stuff. This is what everybody should be doing, not just me. Good old water. So I start sipping water first thing in the morning. If you ever have those days when you're, let's say it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're feeling very fatigued and your head's kind of tired, a lot of times it's because you're just dehydrated. You ever done that before? You ever felt dehydrated? No soda, no coffee, and just had a big glass of water, and about 20 minutes later, you start feeling awake again? That's good old water. So what you can do is get your water and then add some lemon. I already cut this lemon. I just cut lemon wedges. I don't do anything fancy. And often in the morning, I squeeze about 3 or 4 lemons and I put about a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and mix it in there. Why would I do that? It's a little hot and spicy, yes. But it's also very good for the walls of your GI tract, your intestine and stuff, to help keep it clean. Now, if you're 50 or over, maybe you've taken your colonoscopy. I did my first one, let's see, what am I doing? About 5 years ago. Clean bill of health, everything was clean. Wasn't fun. If you haven't done it yet, ask me how it went, and I'll tell you. So you can drink your cayenne pepper, which I can't find the cayenne pepper. I was in South Carolina, I took it with me, and I have my little bag. Now I can't find it. Anyway, some lemon and some water. You can mix up a big pitcher of water with lemon in it and keep it in the fridge if you want for the day. Mix it up in a bottle, take it with you. So, in the morning, a lot of times you might wake up, you're not very hungry, your stomach feels full. So in the morning, a lot of times, I like to make juice. It's not very filling, it gets a lot of vitamins, minerals, enzymes, all that stuff in quickly. And I like to mix up, so you know, come a little closer. I like to use a cucumber and celery base. Some good vitamins and minerals with these, but what I also like about it, it adds a lot of water in these, so it helps build up the juice quickly. You see all the colors, carrots. Yeah, I mix different colored peppers in, but you'll see. I don't always do it the same, but today this is how I'm doing it. So it's going to be a little noisy, but I like this juicer, by the way. This juicer here, doesn't have any trouble grinding stuff up. I can put big pieces in, and it's pretty easy to clean. It's a Breville juicer. Yeah, it's a Breville juicer. I got it fairly cheap on Amazon. You can go on Amazon, there's a million juicers, but this one works out pretty good. So I'm going to put in the celery first. It gets a little messy, some of the stuff flies out, but that's nature. It's never exactly 100% clean. Cucumber, I put about this much cucumber in. And then carrots, I don't even cut them up. This is a really good juicer. I just put them in whole. And as you can see already, celery, cucumber, and carrots have already filled it up halfway. So it fills it up quickly. Now I'll put some of the smaller stuff in. I'll put some red pepper, some yellow pepper, and some green pepper. A lot of good vitamins and minerals in peppers. And just think colors. It's like a salad. I like to put a lot of different colors in. It's filling up fast. I'll put a couple pieces of bok choy in there, and I do like to put some apple in there to give it a little sweetness. Sometimes it can be a little bitter. Looks like I don't have room. I could make a little more. Sometimes I add a little bit of fennel. I like fennel. It's got that little bit of licorice taste. It gives the juice a nice taste. And sometimes I put a little aloe vera. I just cut the leaf. There's an aloe vera leaf. And really the part of the aloe that's good is that pulpy middle part. That's where all the goodness is. Good for your digestive system. But that filled up really quick. So here's what I do. I don't just make one juice for the morning, I'm done. That's a lot to go through. I make a few for, I usually have 1 to 2 a day. So for today and tomorrow. Now the thing about juice is if you make it and let it sit too long, most of the vitamins, minerals just go away because it sits too long. One way to help prolong that is with my good old lemons. So I squeeze some lemons into where I'm going to put the juice. Like so. One lemon, but one lemon wedge or 2 is good enough. And here. So you see I make pretty good, nice sized lemon wedges. Then the colors are kind of separated in the juice. Oh, this actually did pretty good today. You see how nice and foamy it is? That's fresh juice right there, baby. Doesn't get much better than that. So these, I'll fill up about that much juice. That's a lot. There's 1, 2, 3. I bought these jars at the store. These are just empty storage jars. They've got these lids so it locks it down and seals it in, like so. just put these in the fridge. And finally, I get to have the juice for the morning. That's a nice big one. Not bad. So a lot of times in the morning, while you're full, maybe you're not that hungry, you spend the night detoxing, your body's detoxing. That's why I scrape the tongue in the morning, for instance. And maybe it's not a good idea to eat a heavy breakfast in the morning if you're not feeling that hungry. I generally don't. Instead, try some juice. It's not very filling. It's maybe not exactly the same as really eating the vegetables with the fibers and stuff, but you do get a lot of vitamins and minerals from the juice. You also avoid, if you're worried about pesticides and stuff, a lot of the pesticides is on the outside skin, which doesn't get brought through on the juicer. That stays in the juicer. So, like everything, you weigh, and some it has its advantages and not. I would recommend you also still eat vegetables, don't just juice. But this is how I like to start the morning a lot of times. Lemon and cayenne pepper drink, some juice, and yes, I will add sometimes some green stuff. This has got more stuff that I could count in it if you want to see the label. A lot of stuff. But here's the greens. Sometimes I'll just have this if I do the pH test in the morning and my acidity is a little higher than usual. I'll have some of this to help mow that down a little bit and get myself more alkaline. Here's the brand name. I get this online. It's pretty cheap. But it's well-made stuff. So I'll add a little of this. Finish the juice. I like these jars because if I do add something, it makes it really easy just to mix it and shake it up. Notice how that color changed to a really very green color. Still good. Obviously, there's cleanup to do, but this juicer's not that hard to clean up. Sometimes I save part of this, and when I make a smoothie, I'll throw it in a smoothie, actually, so you can use it twice. Don't always do that. Today, I'll just throw it away, or compost it or something. And that's how I start the morning. So what I'm going to do after this is Saturday morning, so I'm going to go out and probably take a walk, because I took my heart rate this morning. I did a pretty hard workout yesterday. It was high. So I'm going to take a nice, easy breathing walk. This is a recovery day. Sunday is also a recovery day. I take the 2 days on the weekend, and then I go back and hit it hard on Monday. So, how about you? Do you juice at home? Do you have a juicer? Ever tried it? Do you buy the juice at a store somewhere? Do they make it for you? If so, tip your juicer, the person that makes your juice. They're good people. Help them out a little bit. I have a couple that I help out, that I go in and say, make me an A, make me a B, and they whip it right up for me. Sometimes I bring in the green and ask them to mix it. Sometimes I have them, if I don't want to make it here, I have them make a few for me, and I just take it with me. So, I'm going to get dressed. It's a beautiful day out. I'm going to go out and have a nice, relaxing, breathing walk. And see you later.